Hi guys, so back with third video on answering your questions. This time it's on Brimbles stuff, so like the business of Mrs. Brimbles, Brimbles boxes, that kind of stuff. I've got all your questions printed out, so here we go. And Hannah, how do you come up with ideas every month? How far ahead do you have to draw and plan for the boxes? Okay, so how do I come up with ideas? A mixture of things, really. Sometimes it's, I don't know, stuff that I'm inspired by at the time. I love to look at stuff, like homeware and fashion and things like that, and kind of see what's coming up. I do go to trade fairs and things like that and find out what kind of products are coming up in the future, so I can see what kind of trends are coming up further down the line and hopefully kind of tie in with that, because if I don't know if purple wigs, I don't know, is the thing in 5 months time or whatever, then I'll try and tie in with stuff like that. I just had a cookie, and John's made cookies today, and I'm conscious that I've got a bit stuck in my teeth. I also ask you guys, like I did do polls in the Facebook group, and ask you guys what kind of themes you would like, and kind of be led by you as well, because yes, I am the one that designs the boxes, but I do it for you guys, so I don't want to design something that you guys aren't interested in. So I will ask you a lot. In terms of how far in advance, I kind of usually, like, I will have the themes for the year all plotted out. Now it's coming up to the end of January. What is it, 20 something 20 something of January. Most of the rest of the year is already done, because a lot of the time it's like I do tend to kind of go seasonal as well, seasonal for the Northern Hemisphere. But let me put it into examples. So currently at the moment I am finishing off the design work for the April box. It's almost finished and ready to be sent off to the printers, and then I will start working on the May artwork, doing the drawings and that. So excuse me, it's a lazy Saturday here. I say lazy. This morning I've been having a good purge of my office, and John and Miss B did some baking, and then we've been for like a real wintry walk. That's why I look all dishevelled, because I've got hat hair. I've got hat hair. So yeah, we've been for like a wintry walk, and now I come back and I was like, I've got time, I'll just record a video. So yeah, diverting off topic. There we go. That's that one, I think. Shelley Troop. I'm very interested in your process of curating the boxes each month, both creative and administrative. I'm going to yawn again, sorry. Everything from inspiration for designs and drawings to sketches to final artwork, as well as deadlines and liaising with vendors and suppliers. Basically a soup to nuts talk. I've never heard that expression before. A soup to nuts talk about putting together the Brimbles box. Whew, I'm out of breath. Right, okay, so how it works is this. So I've already got my list of suppliers that I deal with all the time. They have come about because I've spent a lot of work, guys, researching, searching out, like messaging and finding suppliers. That was a massive amount of work, was finding suppliers to work with. But now I've found them, it's great, because I can just, like, every time a piece of design work is ready, I will just email it off to them, and they've already got like the backing cards and everything ready to go, so they know, they just like print run. So that's really good. So basically I come up with the idea, I am an old school girl. I do all my sketches in a physical sketchbook. I do them all in pencil first until I'm like happy with them. Occasionally I'll do some in pen, but I tend to do them in pencil first, and then I'm gonna yawn again. Sorry, it's very rude, I know, but it's just I can't help it. People who've got kids will know that you just kind of like, sometimes by the time you actually sit down, you're like, ugh. Yeah, so I'll sketch it in my book. Then when I'm happy with it, I will outline it in black pen. And then I'll rub out the pencil marks. And then once I've done that, I will then photograph my doodles. I will then put them into either Photoshop or Illustrator. I tend to use Photoshop more, just because I have more experience of using Photoshop. So in Photoshop I will colour them in, and I will do any tweaks to them, to my drawings. And then from there, once I've got like my little doodles, I will then go forth and start making them into the product artwork. So I'll start making the scrapbook paper or the stickers or anything like that. Once they're all done, and I'm happy with them, I then email the files off to the printers. Once the printers have got them, they will then invoice me for them. So I'll pay the invoices, they'll go away, they'll come back to me with like for the ephemera and stickers and things, they'll come back to me with an email digital proof of the cut lines. So I'll then agree the cut lines. Then they'll go away and they will print one of those items, and then they'll email me back, and they'll email me the photo of the physical proof of how the product looks and what it looks like in the packaging, etc. So then I will email back and say yes, I'm happy with that, go, and then they will start like the mass production of it. And then I have to wait for it to be sent. So they'll make it, then it'll get sent to me here. I'll have to pay for import and customs and all that. So then it comes through, and then it comes and sits here until box packing time, which is usually the last weekend of the month, give or take. And that's it. That's kind of like the process. Admin along the way, I always get tons and tons of emails, various things. Most emails I get are about the boxes, to be honest with you. But there is an FAQ. If you ever wonder, there's an FAQ on all of the box pages. And there's also I've also got, like, obviously by law, if you have an online shop, you have to have policies like a refund and shipping policy and stuff like that. All of the FAQ, all of the information is usually in there, but I do still get emails asking those questions. So administratively, there's emails. What else? Admin. Oh, there's the box labels to be done, and that's it. That's pretty much it. I've never heard of a soup to nuts talk though. I like that. Crafternoons. That's an awesome username. Crafternoons. My question would be, what did you do for a living pre-Brimbles shop? How did you get into this now, and what would you like the future to hold for you? Okay, so I've talked about this in loads of videos before. I used to work in HR. I used to be a HR officer for some Bluetooth companies in Cambridge, and some various software houses in Cambridge. I decided I didn't like working in HR anymore. My first degree is in HR, but I decided I didn't want to be in HR anymore. I really hated it, actually. So I decided to leave HR, and well, I didn't leave there and then. I then went and found another job. I worked full-time. And I gave up a perfectly good, well-paid, full-time job in HR, and I went to work for a charity, still doing HR, but I did it part-time. And I went back to college, and I started my degree in photography. I didn't finish my degree though. I didn't do the last year because of various things. And then I did that for a while, and then I stayed at that place and went full time. And then I took a voluntary redundancy. They were restructuring, and I took some voluntary redundancy and decided to really make a go of my photography business. I was already working as a photographer, but I was doing kind of like weekends and evenings and stuff, and so I decided to take the voluntary redundancy and make a real go of it, and that was going really well. I can't remember how long I did that for. Was it 6 months or a year? I can't remember. But then I got hit with pneumonia, and I was really poorly, and I had a collapsed lung, and I was really poorly, and I kind of had like a near-death experience. Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, really poorly, and so I was in hospital for a while, and then when I came out of hospital, it did take me a while to recover, and I'm asthmatic as well, and so I wasn't working. And then because I wasn't working, I had this period of recovery, and I needed something to do to kind of keep me entertained. So I decided, I was watching a lot of YouTube. Trolls mug by, hang on. Tea's still hot. I was watching a lot of YouTube whilst I was recovering, and I wanted to kind of like, when I got better, I was like, as I was getting better, I was like, I need something to do because I'm getting bored. I'm not well enough to work, but I'm well enough to do something. I'm getting bored. So I picked up the camera and decided to do some videos. And that was that. And I had this kind of real soul searching. I did carry on as a photographer. I'm not doing it now. And I specialised in boudoir photography. And I was working mainly weekends, and John was 9 till 5 Monday to Friday, and so I wasn't really seeing him. I don't know, I love being creative. I love the creative side of photography. What I didn't like was the client side, that so many times I would turn up, or I'd be waiting around here and clients never turned up, and it was just, I just got fed up with it really. I loved the creative side, and Mrs. Brimbles was kind of growing, and I decided to kind of set up my Etsy shop. Well, I was kind of like not pushed, but severely convinced by some friends to kind of set it up, because I'd created some printables for flat planners, and they were like, you should sell these. So I decided to put some on Etsy, and some people did buy them, and then I decided to sell some dashboards, and some people bought them, and that's kind of how it grew. I never ever intended running the Mrs. Brimbles shop to be my like job. I never intended it. That just kind of happened. It kind of grew, and I'm so grateful because I absolutely love what I do. I have never ever been happier. I love being creative as much as possible. I really do love it. I don't earn YouTube is not a career. Like, I think people misunderstand because they see big people like Zoella and stuff like that, and they naturally assume that all YouTubers must be earning loads and loads of money. And the truth is, yeah, I do earn some money from YouTube, but not that much. When I look at, like, I've been doing it for like, well, it'll be 4 years in April. When I look at how many years and how much time I've put into it, it's very less than minimum wage. It's like, it's next to nothing basically. So I don't earn a living from YouTube. I earn a living through the shop, and so YouTube is just a hobby. But the Mrs. Brimbles shop, I absolutely adore running, and yeah, I love, like, particularly love now, like, doing my own stuff on products. That just makes me so ridiculously happy. What does the future hold? I don't know. We've just become new parents this 2016, the summer of 2016, so I don't know. At the moment, it's kind of like business kind of took a bit of a dip because suddenly became new parents, and so we adjusted to that. There is going to be a change for us coming up soon, which I don't really want to talk about at the moment. But yeah, we're gonna have another change, so we'll deal with that. But yeah, I don't really know at the moment. It's just kind of survive, adjust and survive is like the future. But I hope to continue to do Brimbles. I hope to continue to grow. I've released a sorry, I keep clicking the pen. I'm a pen clicker. Released a unicorn course, like how to draw and paint unicorns course. I really hope to be able to do more courses. I'd like to do that in the future. And of course, I've always said this, one day, my ultimate goal one day would be to have a physical shop where out with workshop space where people can come in and craft and stuff together. That would just be super cool. Rinny Grimm, how do you manage such an amazing shop and all your subscription boxes? Thank you. I don't really know what you mean. Do I like, how do I manage to do it all, or how do I manage like the process of it? I don't really know what that means. But thank you for thinking that I run an amazing shop. I think it's amazing and I love it. But you guys think it's amazing too. It's just, that's super cool. Sarah D. Shots, what inspired you to start Brimbles Box? Okay, so when I started it, just over 2 years ago, there was originally a stationery subscription box started, and unfortunately that closed. I think they did one box and that closed, and I was tempted with starting one up after that closed, and then another one started up called Linky's Box, and you may have seen some of those unboxings on my channel before. So Linky's started doing her box, and then unfortunately she had to give up, and I was like, well, maybe this is the time I do it. And at that time there weren't any of the other like planner subscription boxes that there are now, and so I did it. I thought, yeah, let's do it, let's go for it. If you don't do it, someone else is going to do it. So I decided to do it, and the box has changed quite a bit since I first started doing it. It's kind of changed direction. It's now more kind of, when I first started doing it, it was like 100% stationery, whereas now it's more like stuff that you can do with it, like craft type supplies, like paper for making dashboards and stuff. But I try and angle my boxes so that they're for use for both planners and journalers, because I know there's such a crossover between the genres. So I try and like make it so that it's for both people. But yeah, that's why I thought now or never. And but then unfortunately, a couple of months after I started the Brimbles box, a few other boxes came on the market, and now there's loads. So there's lots of competition out there, and I can't deny that it is tough. But I guess that's just what business is like. It's always going to be tough, and people are always going to come and go. Happy Bunny Bev, how do you decide on the theme of each box? What kinds of things inspire those things? I've already answered that one. Miss Marshmeadow, will you make any more of your own designed planners in the future? Yeah, I'd like to. I would like to find another supplier as well, to kind of make them better. So at the moment I've got quite a lot on my plate, I think. But yeah, I'd certainly like to. So I guess just watch out for those. This isn't really business. I think I've clumped these in on the wrong video. I'll answer them in a minute. So no, I'll do it now then. Crafty Fan 2015, how are you two handling me and parents? How are the critters? We love being parents. It's just, life is just very, very busy. But I love being a mum. And I love that someone now calls me mum. That's really nice. How are the critters? They're doing really fine. Pinecone Life, what are the things you and John love to do together? We don't get to do anything together anymore. We are parents of a small child. And yeah, we do things as a family now, so that's probably like, we don't get any time together. I work all evening. So yeah, like come the evening, I put Miss B to bed. John will come downstairs, he'll clean out the girls, he'll tidy up the kitchen and do any bits of housework. And I work all evening, every evening. And then, so I work, I tend to work a bit before the day as well. Like, I tend to get up at like 5 or 6 and work till about 8. And then well, John has little, and then I'll work all evening. And I try and work like that during the week so that I can have an entire weekend of family time. Although it's the weekend and I'm recording a video. But I think family time is really important. Melissa Scott, is Miss B into arts and crafts? Yes, she is. But you know, she's a toddler, she has an attention span of a gnat. So she does like her drawing and painting and stickers. Oh my god, she loves stickers. But you know, she does a bit and then she's on to the next thing. Sarah Burbridge, what was your favourite Brimbles box of 2016? I think it would be the December box, which is the winter themed box. Do you know what? Like, I spend so long looking at the artwork sometimes, from like drawing it to designing it to packing it, all of that kind of stuff, that sometimes I'm like so over it, you know. I just get fed up of it after a while because I've just seen it so much. But yeah, I think my favourite one was the December winter one. Sarah D. Shots, have you got a new desk or are you doing unboxings in a different room? Just curious. No, I haven't got a new desk. I've always, I don't know if I've always done, like, but I don't always do unboxings in my desk. I have from time to time used other rooms in the house. My dining table and my coffee table and my sideboard have all got the same wood. So I sometimes use those places, particularly because like I'm in my office and the light's getting low and it's pants. I don't have studio lighting, which is a goal. One day I need to get some studio lighting. So I don't have proper lighting. My desk is well. So if my desk is if my desk is messy and I want to do a video, I have to find somewhere else in the house to do it. But no, I haven't got a new desk. It's a tip. But yeah, yeah, as I said, things are changing, and I am going to be sharing an office with John, so I need to de-stash. I have been de-stashing. I've been de-stashing this morning like a crazy person. I've been posting loads in the de-stash place group on Facebook because I need to downsize my stuff and it's getting ridiculous. So I've been doing that like a mad thing today. I need to de-stash some more stuff, but hopefully I can start getting sorted and organised. All this behind me is shop stock, by the way, in little boxes on the shelves. That's not my stuff. I am not so lucky to have all that. But yeah, that's all shop stock. But yeah, me and John are going to be reconfiguring things, and we're going to be sharing an office, which is both exciting and at the same time. So there we go. That's all your questions answered, finally. It took me a while to do this one. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.